Joining us on 710 KURV with some tips to combat all this and with an explanation is Greg McCoy, who is a personal trainer. He's got a gym up in Allen, Texas called Hidden Gym. He's a personal trainer. He's a specialist in fitness nutrition, sports nutrition, youth fitness trainer. He's very, very, very decorated. Greg, welcome to the show. So tell us why, we'll start off with why are more people reaching for junk food to combat stress right now?
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me on. Yeah, we unfortunately are in kind of a negative spiral. Despite knowing more and more about health and fitness, we as a nation, region, even globally are getting more fatter and more out of shape. Specifically to this question, the junk food thing, an object in motion stays in motion, and in 2020 we were all taken out of motion, and so we've lost whatever momentum that we had, and people want to reach for a quick fix, a quick pick-me-up, and it's much like sleep and caffeine. When you don't have energy, you want to grab a Red Bull or a Monster or maybe some coffee, where the root of the problem is that you didn't sleep. And so much like that example, if you're feeling low, you don't have energy, or you're having cravings, instead of addressing your nutrition as a whole, you reach for something that's going to satisfy you for the next few minutes. And that complicates itself over time, and you end up on a Wallet Hub survey, right?
Right. Yeah, that's us to a T, I tell you. I'll tell you a personal story to kind of continue down this line of conversation. Recently, I've been experimenting with intermittent fasting, and the thing that I noticed right away was that oral fixation, right? The incessant need to just be chewing on something, munching on something. And recently, I've been doing that whole xylitol gum thing every now and again, but I mean, it takes a while for that to go away. But why is it that we have that incessant need to just be, chewing, nibbling on something?
It's a habit, like anything else. You can get in the habit of drinking water, or you can get in the habit of eating snacks. So, it's satisfying to you, and so your brain will give you a signal that was something good, and so you continue to do it, and before you know it, you're just in the habit. You've got to be snacking on something, and you're getting an instant reward at the cost of a long-term, a big cost to your health. So you have to be able, much like anything else that's simple but not easy, just like saving money, it feels good to buy a $10 sandwich in the moment, but when you spent $400 on sandwiches last month, that didn't feel so good, right? Like those small decisions, add up to big problems.
I was thinking, where are you buying a $10 sandwich from? But then I realized, oh yeah, inflation is a thing now. Joining us on 710 KURV is Greg McCoy. He's a personal trainer with more than 12 years experience. He owns a gym up in Allen, Texas. He's our guest on your 956 drive home. So what are some good ways to stay active? And I'll mention this because in my opinion, I feel like it's a little harder for us to get up and get out and to go for a walk or for a run or whatever, because we always have temperatures that are, over 100 degrees. The humidity is usually high around here. We have great improved parks and different facilities to get this stuff done outside. But I mean, just the heat is crazy. Any advice?
Yeah, sure. It comes down to an individual basis, and being a gym owner now for close to 15 years, we see the people that are able to get results and those that aren't. And you have to be able to do something you enjoy. And some people are like, well, I don't enjoy exercise. Well, you can do sports. You can be outside. You can walk the dog. There's lots of different things you do. So I would say tip number one is find something that you enjoy. Maybe you need other people there. That adds a layer of enjoyment, because you've got, it's fun, you're talking, you can kind of distract yourself to the point that you forget you're exercising, if that's maybe a softball league or whatever. And it also adds a layer of accountability. Somebody's waiting for you to show up to the game or to the walk or whatever you guys are doing. So that's kind of a two-part thing. It's got to be fun, invite other people to do it. And yeah, it's, I always joke here, obviously I'm in the gym business, so I want people inside a gym. I tell our prospective members that, hey, it's always 72 degrees in here, and the grass is always green. I have a huge open turf, right? So the weather, it doesn't rain. There's no snow. It's 72 degrees with green grass, 365 days a year at Hidden Gym.
Yeah, well, we don't got to worry about snow here. Get a group together, start moving. You don't have to be, pro level at the flag football. You just have to, go out there and move around enough to just say, hey, we went out and we did something. Davey, you had a question, Davis?
Yeah, it's what's in your view, what's the value of just plain walking? Now, I'm not talking about super leisurely walking, nor am I talking about power walking, but the kind of walking you will see in a mall or someone out walking around the block. Of what value is that?
It's very valuable. In fact, if you really want to know what it takes, you have to put quite a bit of time in. Even your most basic government recommendation is going to recommend 30 to 60 minutes of exercise a day. That's a lot. The good news is you can spend 70 to 80% of that doing very easy activity, like just a walk, even if it is leisurely, is beneficial. Your heart rate's going to elevate, and for those people that are severely out of shape or have been sedentary for a long time, a walk is going to be hard. That's going to, you're going to have to work your way up in distance. So walking is very beneficial from a beginner all the way to an elite athlete that needs active recovery. So walking is great. It's highly recommended. And if all you're going to do is take a walk, that is not a bad thing.
As far as nutrition goes, they always say abs are made in the kitchen, right?
Ooh.
And we have very unique cuisine. It's very indulgent.
Well,
and it's very rich in fats. And
they have Mexican food in Allen, too. So.
Yeah, we do.
I don't know if they have the whole, roadside snack bar that's giving you the hot Cheetos and cheese and the gummies with the chamoy and all those things over there. But
that's right.
How do you wean yourself off and go down, get your toe wet in eating a little bit healthier?
Yeah, I think one, you just have to realize that you don't have to give these things up forever. I mean, I eat a very regimented lifestyle, but I love all that stuff too. That's you don't have to let it go. All calories are not bad. You can't spend them all in one day. You might, if you want to eat 2,500 calories a day, you don't want to eat 2,800 at the Cheeto stand, right? So you got to budget a little bit.
Says you.
If you've saved up some calories. So I generally recommend it just to figure out, where you're at.
Yeah.
Most people are completely unaware of what they eat in a given day. And there's a million tools out there now. I recommend MyFitnessPal or another app called My Net Diary. Those are two very easy to use apps. If you just track your food for a few days, you're going to have a much better understanding of the calories that you eat in a day. Because if you don't know where you are, you don't know where to go. It's a principle that works if you're giving directions or giving nutrition advice.
What did you say those apps were again?
MyFitnessPal or My Net Diary. Those are our two favorite that we use with our clients.
MyFitnessPal. I'm writing this down. MyFitness.
Towel, Towel.
What?
Is it Towell? MyFitnessTowel?
No, it's
no,
Pal.
Oh, okay.
That's Pal. P-A-L.
I have my hearing aid in too.
Well, you're in the gym business. Let's talk subscriptions for a second. It's right now, let's see, April 11th, and everybody who had lose weight and get fit back in January, they're long gone from the gym. So
yeah.
how quickly did they fall off the wagon, and how tough is it just to stay on? You're paying $10 a month for the gym membership, and how easy is it for you to forget?
It's easy, and that's part of the problem, right? We're not a $10 a month club, by the way. But you spend $10 on your gym membership, and these gyms that can do it for $10, they don't offer you anything other than access. They just say, there's your membership now, have at it. And that doesn't work so well for most people because they don't know what the hell they're doing. And so, you saved some money by getting a low-cost membership, but at the expense of wasting 3 months and quitting, frustrated again. Where there are programs out there, us being one of them, but I'm sure there's many programs in your area where there's a little more thought into it. Like, for instance, we offer a complimentary baseline scan. Most people don't want it, but we encourage them to do it. You want to know, what is your lean body mass? What is your body fat percentage? How much do you weigh? What are your measurements? You need to know those things. And then you get a complimentary 12-week training program. We've got trainers if you need them at an additional charge. But we do everything we can to make sure that you've got a winning shot at getting to your results, because the chances are of you coming in there, motivating yourself, knowing what to work out, knowing how to eat, are slim to none. So that is not a recipe for success, as we've seen, because there's more gyms than ever. And I had a little interesting stat to share with you guys, but we're now up to 16 states that are over 35% obesity, which sounds like a lot, but the scariest part is that number doubled since 2018. So we're getting fatter fast.
Greg McCoy is a personal trainer up at Hidden Gym in Allen, Texas. Davey, last question.
Do you see us losing the battle? Everybody can't be obese or overweight. We can't have 100% of the people, or 90%. I don't know what's going to turn it around.
Yeah, that's a tough question. I hope that we do. I mean, even a situation like COVID, which was a pretty motivating factor to get healthy, right? And I don't want to get too much into the vaccines and everything, but it was sad to see that the advice became so vaccine focused versus get healthy focused, much like all of what we wish in general, right, is what's the pill or the shot I can take to fix this, when the reality is you need to be healthy. So that is a big scary thing, that being healthy would help, and we went in the wrong direction. So hopefully, with the right amount of people fighting the good fight and spreading good information, we can start to make an impact in people's lives.
Greg, thanks for your time here today.
Yep.
That's Greg McCoy, personal trainer at Hidden Gym in Allen, Texas. Not McAllen, but Allen, Texas. Our guest on News Talk 710 KURV, your 956 drive home.